I said, what I said is written in Tanya. There are other Hasidic books, the other literature by Chabad, and you will find what I said in it. Okay, Tanya is the entrance to the Chabad world. Okay, but there are way more Sefarim you have to study. Like, there are so many Likutei Sichos. When you study them weekly, you need, I think, 8 years to finish them. There's a study circle, the Likutei Sichos study circle, like the Talmud. And you need 8 years to finish them. I mean, there's a lot of study, and it's definitely mainstream Chabad. Okay, the Rebbe is still here. He's the most potential candidate for Moshiach. Nothing I said is a strange nationalist take. Okay, and even the rabbi who was on stage said, yes, he is the most potential candidate. It's like everyone can say about me everything they want because I spoke only about my experience, which isn't a French experience. But when I start to, okay.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. Halsey, please go ahead, and then we'll have the rabbi come back in.
True to form, for some reason, this space has been going on for 7.5 hours. And so many people have been in, but Rabbi Lipkin got pissed at me. So he was DMing me, and he was saying, like, it's not right for religious people to be in a space like this because, like, with a title like that. And I said, I don't have a problem with the space. Like, I love all Haredim. Like, I'm in here standing up for Haredim as I always do. And he wrote, well, do you only like some Haredim? And I said, no, I don't look at things that way. I love all Jews. If there's Jews I don't like, it's because I assume it's something I don't understand. So if you can't make me understand, then that's your failure, not mine. I can say there's things that aren't for me, but if you think that I'm wrong about something, explain to me why I'm wrong. I'm not retarded. I'm not closed-minded. Make me understand what's okay about this if it's seeming like there's a machlokas. Excuse me. So we're going to be talking later, and I'll probably get yelled at, but that's the theme of Twitter these days.
I know Rabbi Litvin well from Clubhouse, and Mishmink knows Rabbi Litvin well from Clubhouse as well. He's a fierce debater.
Yeah, I tried to speak.
No, wait, let me finish. Let me just finish real quick because I'm going to run. I'm not debating anyone on these things. What I said early this morning, Yiska agreed, Michal agreed. It's been the general theme of this space that there's a lot of things that seem off, and that it would be if they're not going to address them, then everyone's just going to assume they are off. So it's not a question of like if I say, oh, Chabad is the same thing as Christianity. It's like I don't need a debate. Just tell me why that's not wrong. Why is it that I see something and you're telling me it's not so? So tell me why it's not so. Why is there this general idea that Chabad rabbis worship the Rebbe or any of this? I'm not making fun of you. I'm not being rude. I just want to understand what's going on so that I can make the best decisions for me. Because you know what? Whether you worship the Mashiach or not, it doesn't matter to me a hill of shit. I don't daven at a Chabad shul. I don't know that many Chabadniks, and it's not going to change me at all. But out there's a lot of people that might be changed by hearing a good rational explanation for why this is the perception and why you think that it's not true. But if there's anything I've learned in all my time on this cesspool of an app and just dealing with white nationals and all of that, you accomplish absolutely nothing by just grabbing somebody else. Like, there's no more surefire way to make me not listen to you than just assume that if you yell at me, it's going to somehow get through my thick skull and wall. Like, just make me dislike you. So, like, I'm looking forward to productive, and I'll look and I'll ask him if it's okay if I can tell him what we talk about. But I teach my learning about this a couple weeks ago too. I went to fundraiser for a local body. This is essentially my weight waste, and I went and I found a lot of the things that they were saying very problematic in terms of the way they were talking about the Rebbe. Like at one point, the Rebbe said, the shul said something like, well, as we know on Rosh Hashanah, when the Rebbe inscribes you in the Book of Life. And I said at the time, like, that's very problematic to me. like the idea that we would do that. And I asked the audience, what's going on? Like, because I don't get it. He just said, I think it might be a problem. He didn't need to explain any further. He just acknowledged that it might be a problem.
Halsey, one second. I just want to make sure I heard what you said correctly. I'm so sorry. They believe that the Rebbe inscribes them in the Book of Life. Is that what you just said?
If you believe this, I would say no.
Which is part of the
in his speech. That's what she said in her speech.
The Rebbe inscribes them in the Book of Life.
Right, so I don't know if this is a general belief, if this is just her belief. I don't know. And as I said, I'm not trying to disparage all people for even if someone just made a stupid comment. But at the same time, for me, it's like if there's something I'm not getting, I want to understand it. I want, like, if there's a different point of view, I want to hear. I don't come from a religious background. I didn't spend all the years in yeshiva when I was young. I've been learning Torah for 20 years now, but that's, people got many, many more years on me. And I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be looking at things the wrong way, and I want to love every Jew. So if Kabbalah is beautiful, tell me why it's beautiful. Don't come in and yell at me about how no one believes this. It's that same shit when people go, you come in with all this bullshit from the Talmud about having sex with underagers and all this, but don't you realize, like, nobody even cares about the Talmud hardly anyone ever reads it. It's like, that's not a defense. What you're basically saying is, I agree it's horrible, but don't worry, no one gives a shit about it. A, it's not even true, and B, why would you just confirm to them that it's awful? Like, why wouldn't you try to figure out, like, what they were saying, whether it was true or not? Like, I don't like the argument of that, don't worry, like, the majority don't think like that. It's like, okay, well, let's say, for argument's sake, 1% of Chabad thinks this. Why? Why do they think this? Like, what does Chabad do to try to kind of counter this? Like, do you think it's a problem? Do you think it's worth it just ignoring it? Maybe it'll go away? Like, tell me about these things. I want to hear them. And I think we don't do enough of that. Like, we don't just want to hear explanations anymore. We want to gotcha. Like, he said that, I nailed her. Like, it's not going to do us any good. It's just going to stir
I don't think a lot of times they want to give us explanations, Halsey, because if they give you an explanation on what you just asked, then it just makes them look exactly the way we think they're looking. And just to put in the pill again, because we've started this twice already, it says, tonight is your test, Kislev, the day on which Alter Rebbe was released from Russian prison back in 1798. By the way, in the video, which I hope you all watch, he's singing a nice, beautiful song, hating on the Mizrahim like crazy. It's celebrated by Chabad Hasidim as the Rosh Hashanah of Hasidus. Yom Tov. And so I would imagine, like, from what I'm reading here, if it's the Rebbe who sings them in the book, it's probably for Chabad's Rosh Hashanah, their special one that they made up.
As I said, we're still treating people favorably until there's a reason not to. And I want to believe that there's this huge group of Orthodox Jews that are just running around the world spreading it. So, and I know that it's very easy to demonize Orthodox Jews because I see it all in different groups. So I want people to explain it to me. I want to know why it is. And don't distract. Don't say, yes, but they do this awesome thing with the fulfilling. I'm not talking about the thing with the fulfilling. Whether I like that or not is irrelevant to the conversation. I want to know about these things I find problematic.
One second, Ray, I agree with you. I think we should be able to talk about this without coming in all hot, calling people liars, and the worst thing, calling Jews who love Israel, oh, you're just like a Palestinian. That was disgraceful, and this is not how you're going to get an audience. You won't gain an audience. Gain an audience. Let us want to hear you.
Thank you. You equated us, actually, one second. You equated us with Hamas lovers. You equated us with Jews from Palestine. Now, I'm exactly like Halsey. I don't want to believe the worst. For years, I had great respect for Chabad. In fact, there are people in this room that when they wanted to get more connected, to mitzvot and Judaism and Torah study and they come from a secular background, and the people in here know that I'm talking about them. I was the first one to say, reach out to Chabad, reach out to Chabad. This is not about hating Chabad. There are issues that have presented themselves, okay? I've spoken with Chabadniks, they have told me things that have shocked me, okay? Shocked me. That all other forms of Judaism have to be wiped out and come in under Chabad, because otherwise Mashiach won't come. Excuse me? Excuse me? No, I'm not speaking, please. Thank you. That the Rebbe is more connected to Hashem than Moshe Rabbeinu was? Do you understand how sick that is? That he was a greater prophet, that he had a greater connection to Hashem than Moses? This type of teaching, they're pulling in secular Jews that are trying desperately to reconnect with their background, with their roots. They didn't get it at home, and they're teaching them nonsense. So when we have these questions, and from truly a place of love and respect, I'm not going to get into the details, but people here that know me know I have great respect for Chabad over the years, okay? So when we have questions and we're told, shame on you, I've had Chilonim that don't know the first thing about Torah telling me I'm not a Jew. I am in fact a Jew. I'm in fact an Orthodox Jew, and in fact I'm living in Israel. So when I've had a rabbi in Kentucky, which is, excuse my, I'm not even going to go there. Sorry. Rabbi, or you should join my services more often because you keep me on the straight path not to curse. Anyway, I'll get back to my point. Halsey, hold on. To have him come in and insult us and to slander us and to cast aspersions as to our character and our Judaism, and to have all of the diaspora Chilonim in the background demanding answers from me in DMs and messaging me and tweeting me that I'm not Jewish for this. We are entitled to understand their viewpoint when we don't understand it. Why does that make us villains? We simply want to understand because this contradicts our understanding of Torah. We are allowed to ask for clarification. The fact that the goalposts are immediately moved to turn us into villains that we're trying to do something wrong here for simply wanting to understand is sinister. Do not avoid discussion. Do not avoid debate. Come, join us. Talk to us. Explain to us how your viewpoint isn't the antithesis of the Torah and Rambam's teachings. Please, I would love to hear it. And for everyone demanding answers from me in DM, it's so good that Rabbi Ori is here because I know myself. But take a hike, okay? Take a hike. As Halsey said, we are entitled to ask questions when things don't make sense. So, out of respect to Rabbi Ori, take a hike.
Can I say one last thing before we go to Rabbi Ori? And I'll make it quick. Okay, Iska has regularly donated to Chabad years. Okay, so anybody who has an inkling of that she has something against Chabad, it's not true. Not true at all. And also, I would ask that anybody who thinks that I have something against Chabad go through my timeline and see how many times I have told directed people, all types of people, Jews, non-Jews, to Chabad website. How many times I've taken information from there and posted it. I have had a lot of love and respect for Chabad, and I still do, but we have questions that we, and like how he said, and Iska, that we are entitled to get answers. We're Jews too.
Let me land my plane and then I gotta run. The host and the co-host, I'm gonna give them a little credit right now. They taught us a lesson over the last couple of months that it took us years to learn, and we're probably going to be hurt by this for a very long time. When Cheryl first came on the scene, almost everyone knew her story was bullshit because it didn't make sense. But almost everybody said, but she's a net positive because the good she does is outweighing the fact that she's lying about who she is and all that. And because we took that attitude, years went by and she ripped people off for like everything they had. She took everything from them. Because we decided that her posting was good enough that we could overlook the fact that she was just a glaring liar. Okay, and when we do that with any group, whether it be Hasidic or whether it be Chabad or whether it be modern Orthodox or anything like that, if we don't ask the questions to understand ourselves, we could be enabling the next sheriff or the next group that does something horrible or anything like that. That's why we're supposed to ask this. So if you're going to come to Yista and be like, oh, you bitch or whatever, I don't mind cursing quite right. But like, if you're going to like come at her like that, like, what do you expect you're going to accomplish? Like, do you then log out and be like, I told her? Like, do you think Yista thinks about you for like another second after you just called her an ass? Like, they
Tyrants disgrace themselves by calling a Jewish woman a goy. That's what they've done. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying that regardless of what you think of anyone, everyone brings value to these spaces, to our cause, to our country, to our people. Like, understand that people have different viewpoints and different ways of looking at things and ways that they help. Cursing people out and calling them a goy is probably the most retarded way to deal with a disagreement ever. Like, if you want to just go down in the annals of retard history, just keep doing it. I'm sorry. Rabbi Ori, please go.
Listen, I agree with Halsey, and I agree with Iska, and again, my personal story goes back to 2004, where, people started talking about Chabad, Mashiach, and all that, so I took it seriously. I went to a library, I took a booklet by an individual from Chabad that wrote it in Australia. I still have it in my library somehow, all the proofs that the Rebbe is Mashiach, etc. I took it seriously. I took it to the library, and I spent there about probably 7 or 8 hours researching, etc., looking over the sources that he brought and whatever. Again, like I said, I found 2 sources, examined them, and I said, does it hold water? Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Gesundheit. And from 2004, that's the end of it. Now, I agree with the speaker before that came against here now, but she was here, and she said, Chabad gives I would call it like a liver and a fuzzy feeling, kids, uneasy, getting out, whatever, meeting at the airport, filling, food, whatever. Nice. Very nice. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. People want to feel at home. People want to feel Yiddishkeit. People want to feel that they're amongst heathen, where they go to a desolate place in Wazoo. But again, you gotta keep your eyes on the ball. And like Halsey says, when people want, I said it's the second stage. The first stage for people that go, the feeling is a good feeling, everything is good and dandy. If you want to develop, that's what I'm saying, if you want to develop in your Judaism and you want to look deeper, obviously you cannot stay in the one place. You have to move onwards. Okay, so nothing against Chabad again. It's glitter, like she says, it sparkles, fuzzy feeling, great feeling where you're feeling, Chabadnik's always smiling. Everything is good and fine and dandy. Learn the Tanya, etc. But always have in the back of your mind that this is 0.01% of Judaism. There's still a vast ocean to actually explore. And so thank you very much. You gave me a nice intro into what I need to do now. And that's it. Okay, so you know how much time I spend on Chabad? I spent about 2.5 hours on this space and another 8 hours in 2004. My entire life, to be honest. That's it. Period. End of story. Because I have tons of things that I need to learn. Okay? I have, like I enumerated, hundreds of thousands of books that I have to still go through. And, you know, whoever went through all the works of the Kitover Sofer, okay, solid. Okay, who went through all the works of, you know, Shlach Kadosh, just to read them on the Porsche will take you a whole year. So go ahead. So, what I'm saying is as follows. I know some people are hurt. They want to get to the truth. They want to bring it out. They want to dox people. They want to fight the rabbi. Whoever he is, coming back from Kentucky, which is fine, but it's futile. It's a first step. Intro into Judaism. Take it, say l'chaim, eat your pizza, and move on. Zehu. Finished. End of story. Because there's a vast ocean out there, and you never heard me on this space. Again, everything is fine. I'm never gonna bash a Jew in my life. I'm just gonna say, just move on. It's nice to have, as I said, before 3 hours, labubu, nice, cute, like you said, glitter, fuzzy feeling, everything is great, kids are fantastic, and you know, Yiddishkeit, feeling, whatever you want to put on it. Cherries on the top with sour cream, okay? But then, there's Judaism. Judaism is meat, bread and butter. You need to start eating, you need to start developing. And don't miss out on the party because the party is not started. That's what I'm saying.
I gotta run. Yiska, Rabbi Ori, Michal, love you guys. What you do, you guys are freaking awesome. And guys, if you really do want to advance your Torah study, come to Rabbi Ori's Wednesday Parsha space. It is seriously a gift to Klal Yisrael that he gives, and I have yet to find the person who left feeling worse than when they got there. So seriously, come take advantage of this man's knowledge, and you won't regret it. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you for your contribution. Thank you so much,
Halsey.
Michal, I have to go for about 15 minutes. I sent you a DM. Can you hold down the fort, or should I close the space? I know there are people that want to hold down.
No, I can hold down the fort.
Yes, I want to thank you, and Michal, I want to thank you. I gotta really run because I have Meyer now. I have a prayer, the evening prayer.
Okay.
Maybe if it's still open, I'll come later, but I have to go until 8:15. It's now 7:44 in Israel, okay? So I enjoyed it with everybody, and thanks to Fred and everybody. Again, I try to illustrate the point that no Jew is against any Jew. We're just trying to clarify things, and everybody is A-okay with everybody, and let's keep the smile going. Come on.
Thank you so much, Rabbi. We appreciate you so much. Everybody, before he goes, follow him, please.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you giving us so much of your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
So
What a pleasure to listen to him. Okay, Iska, go ahead and do that, and I can hold down the fort here.
Do you want another co-host before I go? I see Levy's back here.
Yeah,
I don't know.
if you can, yeah, Levy can come over.
Okay. I invited him.
Okay, if you can. I hope.
You can. There's no pressure. I'll be back. I just have to take my dogs out really quickly. I was waiting because of the rain.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
kind of calmed down now. So I'll be back. If someone's talking to me, I'm not here. So give me 15 or so minutes. Around 8 o'clock. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Oh, Levy, you can pick it up from here from scratch.
Well, here's the thing. I don't see any type of a mechanism that would let me actually control anything. I didn't see that. I still.
Oh, she didn't. Did you not get an invitation as co-host?
I guess I don't know. I don't appear to have. I'm happy to help out. I've never really done that before, but I'm happy to help out.
Oh, okay. You know what? You can just act like a co-host without. You can just call the shots. It's basically the same thing.
Okay.
Anyway, we can. You were just here when Rabbi Ori spoke, and Disa, I wanted to ask you quickly. I'm sorry. I just quickly want to know what Rabbi Greengrass, or what's his Litzkit, if he wanted to come back. Okay, I guess he's gone. I mean, Disa's gone, and I tagged this rabbi that I unblocked, and he apparently doesn't want to come back. So I guess it's too much for him.
Well, one small point I'd like to make, I guess, in the meantime, is that none of this is brand new, so it's not like it's urgent. Another thing is that talking about it here isn't going to change their philosophy or their hashkafa, their worldview. So we're not going to change them. And as we saw with the few Chabad people that came in here, even discussing it for them is very triggering. So that is worth remembering as you go forward in the rest of your life, is that, when you interact with them in the real world, they will be generally very great people, very nice people, very knowledgeable people. But that doesn't mean that this needs to be a topic that you engage them with, because you may not be able to have a productive conversation. So it's worthwhile to treat them with all of the Havas Yisrael that they deserve and that you deserve, because by doing that yourself, you are going to elevate yourself.
No, they're great people. That's why it's a little bit hard also on this end, because I've never met a Chabad person that I didn't think was really a great person. They're great people.
Just to kind of be the bad guy here, the devil's advocate, are they so great when they're making rap songs, making fun of me?
Oh, no. Yeah, I didn't like that. That's what spurred off this whole thing. And you guys can see it in the purple pill. That's what got me a little bit nuts, and that's what got me bringing the topic up to Iska. That's what got us into deep discussion. That's what got us into speaking to Chabad people, and that's what got us here, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna I just kind of thought about this because I just saw that video not too long ago. That is Lashon Hara. That's 100% Lashon Hara. Even if it was a bunch of snags, a bunch of Lithuanian guys from Lithuania. Even if it was a bunch of Lithuanian guys from Lithuania, just man, get the rippy, I mean, it kind of reminds me of whatever. Forget I'm saying that. It was a couple of Lithuanian dudes that were out to get the remedy. It's how does that make it okay to publicly out that? We're just gonna out that. That's what the Jews did. These are the Jews did that, and we're gonna make every single non-Chabad Ashkenazi.
Oh, so his name is John. So you do know him. Okay.
I don't know him personally. Just
okay.
other internet.
Well, I'll tell you what. When you started talking about, what you did, immediately I thought about him. That's why I asked if you knew him. So I guess you do know each other.
I've seen him in a lot of rooms. I don't really had a conversation with him directly yet.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow. Interesting. But I think what both of you guys actually say is interesting. But the reason I think it's interesting is because I see a lot of people these days, they're kind of I know a guy named Conservative Atheist. I don't know. I heard rumors that he might pass away. But he used to espouse Christianity. He thought religion was great. It was, very moral for society. All of these things. He was also conservative, like I said. And I just think he's Christian. He's atheist. I see it. Sometimes I meet kids out there. They believe in culture, the religion itself. Asked his blood. I don't really hear it like that. Do you love yourself more than you love They're a little bit more, a lot of these people are more into like classical philosophy, sophisticated philosophy. Shedding their sort of like really interesting. I am surprised. You see the contradiction. Do you believe in the you don't believe like in the spiritual of the material. Spiritual. I think everything is transmitter reactions in your brain allow you to just that they're not
Sophistication that being able to manage properties, which mostly is we're still learning about like that whole generationally passed knowledge in a way you which took us about, I think recently in our evolutionary period, the last 25,000 years, the origin of language. I think here we always talk about racial theory and say universe type of thing. Say big discussion in the future, yeah, but we can close it out, Greg, and then I'm gonna close this. He feels that our reasoning capacities cannot be captured by the universe. His opening was an argument with this guy, John Lucas, to this effect, where he tried to use it. He tried this theory of squiggles and completeness theorem to prove that our reasoning functions in three-dimensional systems, and he's right about that. Like, he is right. I think that is, like, he takes it in the right direction. He's right that our reasoning powers have to system. But he's wrong to suggest some kind of the missing reason. Thinking is teleological, it's not just mechanistic. So he's wrong to suggest that he's wrong to look for the answer in some Communication theory and language theory, otherwise known as all communication is hypnosis. If you reject that concept, it's because you haven't thought about it for more than 15 seconds, and all you do is talk, and you never listen to suggestions.
Ribbon Jalala.
Obviously, parallel to each other. And you know what?
Hitler actually did.
Even if, listen, wait. Even
I'm gonna be at her and her kids.
Who the fuck gonna do something to me?
Yeah, that pretty girl who got
Consciousness remains locked to these two. In order to pass beyond, they must leap one last special hurdle. The small entrance to the peak must be found by each of us. In this state of ecstasy, a far-reaching alchemical transformation can take place. The person represented by the moon is a reflector of light, while the person represented by the sun has become a source of light, embodying the qualities of wisdom and spirituality. He or she is no longer just a mirror like the moon, which reflects the sun's light without being able to radiate light or warmth itself. He or she has found the ultimate source of inner light. He or she radiates divine wisdom and love upon the whole world, infusing it with the light of transformation. Something new and transformational is being ripened in mankind, just as fruit is ripened through a chemical process caused by the sun. On this account, too, the fool faces west toward a direction which, for Masonic and other occult reasons, has for millenniums been symbolic of the unknown and of the state just prior to the initiation of a creative process. The traveler's eager gaze is fixed rapturously on a distant height, beyond and above him. He is that which was and is and shall be, the deathless, fadeless life principle subsisting eternally behind all modes of existence. His inner robe is dazzling white, representing the light of perfect wisdom. Dimly traced in the folds of the neck of this white garment are the Hebrew characters of the divine name IHVH, Jehovah. This name, according to Kabbalists, is represented by the three parts of the Hebrew character for the letter Aleph. The white undergarment is almost wholly concealed by the black coat of ignorance, lined with the red of passion, fire, and material force. His outer garment is embroidered with what seems to be a On this account, too, the fool faces northwest toward a direction which, for Masonic and other occult reasons, has for millenniums been symbolic of the unknown and of the state just prior to the initiation of a creative process. The traveler's eager gaze is fixed rapturously on a distant height, beyond and above him. He is that which was and is and shall be, the deathless, fadeless life principle subsisting eternally behind all modes of existence. His inner robe is dazzling white, representing the light of fool, the fool, the fool, the fool. You are ready for a new beginning, perhaps even a quantum leap. Give in, dare to leap, even if fear holds you back. Trust the voice from within your heart. The sun symbolizes the creative and transformatory powers released by the nutting of basics.